Good for you.
How do I mute Heather's laptop?
Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live stream Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I am joined, as always, by my good friends Chris, who has surprised... Go ahead and walk over to Heather's webcam so you can prove where you are right now. Chris has... My wife surprised me, my birthday's coming up, and had Chris literally show up at our house.
Down more.
There he is. That's
Yeah, it's right there.
awful.
That's awful.
So Chris is at my house right now, which is amazing. Flew in from L.A. Playing the noir detective, human, inquisitive, rogue, wizard, Mannix.
Hello!
Heather playing the wickedly silent but lily half-drow assassin rogue, Celeste.
Hello.
Rochelle playing the popular and charismatic Triton bard of whispers, Gillian.
Hello.
Still eating popcorn. Raymond playing
I'm getting set up still.
Raymond playing the heedlessly brave turtle battlemaster fighter rogue, George.
And I am still eating pizza.
As it should be. And Reese playing the undead-hating, animal-loving hill dwarf druid of the moon, Theron.
Hello.
Stream our sessions
you eating?
live on YouTube every Friday evening. Catch up on previous episodes, occasionally Thursdays. Catch up on previous episodes on my YouTube page, as well as read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series, Crafting Annihilation, on Thursday mornings. If you would like to support the channel, check out patreon.com/roguewatson. Shout out to Platinum patrons Andrew, Brian, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Crazy Pat, and Nick. And Gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy and Yuma, Marco Stid, Vicente Gilberto, Sean, a.k.a. Cert2B, Adam, Dead Lizard Lounge, and Sam. Thank you all very much for your support. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. For streaming, I use Open Broadcasters software with Streamlabs. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation. Having survived the restless spirits in the throne room, the party subjected themselves to a brief and unsettling communion with Umberlee herself via the throne before making their way south. They went through a western door to emerge back outside into a multi-terraced overgrown garden. The garden held a tantalizing gazebo littered with animal bones that the party just had to investigate, resulting in a tense battle with a multi-tendrilled roper that was nesting there. Most of them felt the
One person had to investigate.
That's all it takes, baby. Most of them felt the unsettling coil of the roper's talons and its vicious bite before finally dropping it, grabbing a ring of water walking for their trouble. After a short rest, the party headed back inside to explore a lounge in the southwestern corner of the palace. The spirits here were also restless, this time manifesting as animated objects such as couches and vases. It was more annoying than deadly, and one of the vases held a second holy symbol of Umberlee, which was given to George. Down the eastern hallway, the party spotted an eerie glowing orb crackling with energy. Mannix approached first, holy symbol worn firmly around his neck, but Theron Bear came tromping right behind, triggering the lightning bolt that crackled through the entire hallway, sizzling everyone in its path. The party was split with how to deal with the orb, some opting to flee into a nearby doorway, others choosing to try and attack the glass case protecting the orb. Mannix got in close, and after several glass-weakening volleys, was able to extract the orb, which triggered a final lightning bolt before it dulled. The nearby room revealed itself to be a bedroom, where Gillian witnessed another vision of the past, this time of her brother and the priestess in bed together, complicating their relationship. No spirit sprang to life here, however. Celeste went back into a storage room, triggering a blast of cold air from a trap that downed nearby Gillian, who was revived by Theron. Celeste found several waterlogged books, some healing kits, and a third holy symbol. Mannix wasn't there to see the trap, as he and George had opted to check out the southern door, which held a warning sign on the outside and bloodstains on the floor on the inside. Both wore holy symbols, but neither wanted to be the first one in, with George finally pushing Mannix into the bloodstained room. George, you can have a point of inspiration for that.
Yes.
For attacking me.
Nothing happened as both of them walked into a large room filled with chests, crates, and gold. That is where we began this session. There was a lot that happened last session. A lot of dungeon delving.
All of it dangerous.
All of it dangerous, yeah. And hopefully my Wi-Fi can handle 3 streams coming through. It seems a lot better, so...
We'll find out.
Indeed. At the beginning, Gillian, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw for falling unconscious last session.
Well, that's a fun way to start.
It
You
is.
remembered.
You went down.
I wrote a note at the end of the intro to make sure I would remember. Look at that.
There you
That
go.
+2 and you nail it. You feel...
Rarely do we actually make those saves.
That's true, yeah. You feel emboldened and by your brother's nearby love.
bed.
Sexcapade.
Escapades, yep. You don't want to stay down any more than you have to. Yeah, so currently you all are separated. George and Mannix, you are all in a room filled with crates, chest, and gold. The rest of you are still back in the bedroom. I believe Kaless had just looted one of the rooms back there.
Oh, okay. We should probably get back together. I'm very scared about all the traps that have gone on.
Nah.
There's another door. Alright, won't touch the door.
Can I see from where I'm at, where me and George are sitting right now? Can I look and try to figure out exactly what it is that's deadly about this particular bloodstained area?
Sure, yeah, you can investigate it. Annix is good at that sort of thing.
Let's do that. I will pop on my special glasses, my investigating glasses.
You got your investigating glasses, your cake-eating glasses,
That's right.
your business casual glasses. All right.
25.
You notice deep scratches along the floor, and you can see very, very slight gaps on the walls on both sides. And it looks like the kind of scuff marks, like something sliding, yeah, on a floor. Those kind of marks that would be left behind.
So perhaps blades that cut people parallel that come in here? Something like that. Okay. Can I see, is the spot where George and I are standing is safe from the danger area?
You believe so?
Is this spot safe from the danger area, or does this look like...
You think that's generally safe. Yeah, you see the scuff marks directly in front of that spot. Basically,
Okay.
there is a 20-foot square from the door to there.
Okay. I'm gonna just make sure I'm at least 5 feet away from where the trap is gonna start, which I think I am.
Maybe it's a
And
15-foot square.
15, yeah, like that whole area right there.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I always gotta remember to do this in this dungeon in particular, or while I have a smith. I'm going to take the... well, shoot. I'll just put it back here in the middle of the room a little bit. I'm going to take the statue out of the glyphed statue and put it on the ground. And then I'm going to use my mage hand to take off the Umberlee necklace and send it across here. I'll tell the other three. Like, you guys can come across one at a time. But my guess is, since George and I made it across without any trouble, that anybody who steps in without it is pretty dead.
Your webcam froze a while ago, by the way.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can restart it.
Oh, I can see it just fine.
Yeah,
Oh.
me too.
Froze on my end.
Sounds like a personal problem.
That's everyone's problem now. You're back. Alright, so you've placed the glyph statue down,
Yes.
and you've taken the necklace off yourself with mage hands.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm like sending the mage hand across the to, I guess, Theron. Who?
Okay.
Oh, he's got 2 health bars. So I was looking at his bottom health bar, like Theron's dead.
Oh no! Oh, he's just unshifted.
Yep. Send it across to Theron first. I guess
Okay.
is his and have him put it on and come across.
Oh, this is about to get interesting.
Alright, Theron, so you put the... tell me what you do.
I just put it on and then walk across.
Okay. When you walk across, you feel a slight tingling sensation in the symbol, and nothing else happens.
All right, then I guess I'll just repeat the process twice more.
No, I've got a symbol. I can just walk in.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we...
I got one in that
Okay.
room.
Ah, the room that down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll pass it along to Gillian.
Okay. Yep, same thing for everybody. Once you have the holy symbol, you can pass through the area and you just feel kind of a little bit of a tingling sensation, but otherwise nothing happens.
Okay, then I will take it back from Gillian before picking up the statue again. This is like a game.
Yep. I'm paying very much attention to how things are transpiring with this.
If anyone
No,
does
we'll
things in the
just
wrong
say
order.
we all just did it correctly. Anyway.
Right.
We did it correctly.
Let's just say everybody, yeah.
And we solved the...
Mage Hand solves a lot of problems.
Yes, it does.
Alright, so in this room, for those of you that are just now coming into this room, you see what look like a dozen different crates and chests. I mean, it looks like kind of similar to the pirate hall you all saw at the pirate base. A bunch of different booty. And then there's a hallway to your south and a giant stone face to the east. It's a giant face of a divinely beautiful woman with kelp fur hair, eyelids like seashells, and a vaguely menacing half smile.
That's probably Umberlee.
That's a good guess. Well, we're in a room full of treasure.
Yeah.
Should we grab?
Open pockets, insert treasure.
That's right. I will go over and investigate the statue.
Okay.
You still have detect magic on?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Let's say if I don't, I cast it.
I looked it up. We keep forgetting it requires concentration, and it only lasts 10 minutes. So
Yeah,
those are hard
right.
things to keep track of for dungeon delving. So it takes.
Yeah,
Mannix
I
is
don't.
spending 10 minutes to cast detect magic. What do the rest of you guys want to do?
I'm looting.
Filling our pockets.
Yeah. That's what heroes do, man.
Indeed.
It's time. It's time for the loot.
Yeah, you see lots of nice chests and crates laying around. Look like they got shit inside.
Yeah, opening those suckers up. Well,
Now, would Mannix's detect magic find magical items? Does it work that way?
Probably. Like I said, this is while he's casting the spell, but
I gotta be within 30, but I could detect the aura of the magic, not the item.
yeah.
yeah, see, I went to touch a crate, and then I remembered the last time I touched a door, And
That says any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. You learn its school of magic.
Mm-hmm.
I did not touch a crate because I learned my lesson the last time I touched a door. I look to see if there's anything I can make a cherry bomb with, and then I'll just blow the crates up instead.
All right, George, you're looting. Who's looting?
Yes.
All right, George. Yeah, you pick out a nice juicy chest. Reach over to crack that one open, and your hand adheres to the chest as if it were like super glue. And as you do that, you see the chest lid open on its own, and you just see rows of jagged teeth directly where that chest is.
I am not looting.
I'll never loot again.
I know touch.
And it might look something
Oh.
like this.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's
No.
Monster Shack.
Yep, that's pretty.
And George, so your hand is just grappled and restrained, literally stuck like a mouse, like sticky trap on it, and it immediately attempts to bite you with advantage because you are restrained.
How's your looting?
That hits.
19 will hit a turtle,
What?
dripping with acid from its teeth.
Acid.
Jeez.
And then I'm gonna need some initiative.
Oh boy.
I have to open my camera.
Oof, Annex.
Wow.
Somehow-
I was.
While casting detect magic.
I don't have to be like in a trance or anything. I'm just.
Yeah.
That's just. So I was.
I think it's ironic that you're the first one to react and you were the one that was specifically on a task. All right, Mr. Mannix.
Oh boy. Okay, I guess I should go help George. Getting
Wait, so what
bitten.
It's one mimic thing, or
Yeah.
okay.
George is currently like attached to this chest, and it is biting at him.
Oh, don't you have like oils and stuff?
Light him on fire!
Oils?
No, you're,
Generally
he has like,
speaking.
like
need to
your, like,
moisturize, man.
slippery- The stuff that makes you slippery. Mannix.
Yeah, I used that though. Actually,
Oh.
I did use that to try to like avoid pterodactyls picking me up.
That's right.
Seems like a good situation for that.
Yeah, probably.
Would have been a good one.
I think, and in fact, if I remember correctly, that ended up not being a good idea because pterodactyls were trying to pick me up, and I was just
Be dropped.
yeah. 10, 15, 20. All right, I'm gonna run to get in attack on that mimic. With the green flame blade.
16 hits. Slice through this weird toothed chest.
For 18 damage.
Boy.
And I will use my bonus action to disengage. 10. And that's it for me.
All right. The creature will continue to bite at its restrained foe, which is George, with advantage. Oh boy, look at these rolls.
Damn.
George, how does 16 damage do for you?
It's alright.
It's alright, I'll take it.
he's just gnawing on.
Kales, you hear a sound behind you as another chest suddenly springs out teeth.
Oh no.
It's a room full of teethy chests.
It's a,
This is why I didn't touch it.
it seemingly waddles towards you on strange little caterpillar legs in its weird half chest, half toothy form. And this time it reaches out with a large tongue appendage to attempt to grab you, as the other one is,
Ew.
as George has been grabbed. It's bad touch.
Bad touch. Your dog just burped too, by the way.
Gross.
It really was.
14, I don't think hits you though.
No. Not even close.
All right.
I
Who's got-
slap it and go, bad touch.
Yeah, it slithers out. Gillian or George? Who's got the higher dex here?
Mine's a 14.
Mine's also a 14.
D20
Uh-oh.
off, please. Each of you roll a D20. One D20. It's time for the double tiebreaker.
Oh, look at those rolls.
Gillian wins it with an 8. Alright, Gillian, you're up next. Those are the only chests that you've seen spring to life. The one that is currently
So
attached to
far.
George so
Yeah.
far.
all
And
the
then
chests.
one that attempted to attack Kales.
I will cast Healing Word on George.
Thank you.
It's
And
just the
then,
head of this chest is just attached to his arms, gnawing.
which Healing Word, of course, is a bonus action. So then I will attack the George teeth chest with my crossbow.
That's its name now. It's canon. George T. Chest.
Except, wait, we determined that with my crossbow attack, I can get advantage by flanking because of my crossbow expert thing. So I'm going to move first. Do I want to get that close to it? I don't want to get that close to it, actually, because I'm not so great on hit points myself. So never mind about that. Oh, how's an 8?
Not
Well, an 8.
quite.
Okay.
Not
I'm
quite.
done.
George.
How heavy is this chest?
That is a good question. Explain to me what you would like to do, and I'll explain to you how heavy that chest is.
Just pick my arm up.
For what result?
To smash it against another chest.
Okay. Give me. Well, we're gonna count that as a contested. So you are grappled.
I
So
don't
you,
quite know how. Yeah.
right. So for your action, you can escape it with a strength check. So we'll theme that as you trying to basically disentangle yourself from the chest by lifting it up and crashing it back down. So give me a strength check.
Okay. Second question. What if I wanted to drag it with me?
You would have to do the same thing. You would have to disentangle yourself first because you are currently restrained, which means it would drag you. Here in Umberlee's palace, chests drag you.
Well, I'm just imagining like one hand is like stuck to the lid.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing, but I don't know if that's the
Mechanically, you are in the restrained condition, so your speed and grappled. So you are your speed is 0, and you actually have disadvantage on your strength check to escape it.
Okay. Well, bonus action first.
You.
Bring my health back up. So what is that? A 1d10 plus 4. Alright.
No, you're.
8 plus 4. What?
Oh yeah, that's right. You took rogue. Sorry, you're four fighter. One rogue. Yeah, you're right.
Uh-huh. So 12 extra points.
Okay.
And sorry, do I have a disadvantage if I attack?
Yes, you are restrained, so you have basically disadvantage on everything. It doesn't feel good to be attached to this thing.
No, it doesn't.
It's worrisome. To say
All
the
right,
least.
well, I'll try to break free. What do I roll? Strength?
Strength. Disadvantage strength
Just-
check.
Disadvantage strength check.
Ha!
That's good enough. You, with all your might, you can rip yourself from it, or whatever you want to theme it, but you become disentangled from this toothy chest.
Was that my action? Or
That was your action, yeah. You still have a... Well, I guess you second winded for bonus, didn't you?
yes. So all I can do is just walk away.
Yes, you can move now, yeah.
Well, King George, I know that I can't get stuck to his chest again. Right? Well,
Right.
I'm fine. I'll stay there.
Theron.
All right. Going to bear form.
Bears eat.
I fit there.
Yeah, I think so.
Squeeze between that wall and pillar.
Mm-hmm.
Shimmy.
Uh, 12 will hit.
All right.
Wow. All right.
But, chest isn't wearing any...
Ropers have
Yeah.
the insane armor, but yet I
Yep.
wouldn't. Have... Damn.
For
Claw the hell out of it.
19. That's
Nice.
pretty solid, yeah. Claw into that thing. And it's constantly like shifting between like this chest form and then like this weird purple blob thing. It's like undulating around. Celeste, don't you have like a million dexterity? How'd you roll an 8 for initiative?
I rolled.
Wow.
Yep. It was fun. Alright. So, 10. Where's my character sheet? There it is. Get my advantage.
Will hit.
I'm rolling very poorly.
Jesus. 24 damage.
Yes.
Woof. Mimics do have a surprisingly low AC. That is pretty low. I like a creature that's a glass cannon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that one looks pretty injured. Sorry, did you have? Oh, yeah, that's right. You got a bonus.
Yeah. Was it massive damage on that thing?
It was not. It does look pretty damn wounded between you and Theron, especially.
2 more damage.
Okay. Break
That's all
off.
I got now.
Break off a chip of tooth or something.
Mm-hmm.
Back at the top, we've got Mr. Mannix.
All right, let's do the same thing. Step in. Try to rapier green flame blade right chest.
Guys are definitely
19.
nailing these attacks, yeah.
Yeah, that's shit damage. But yeah, it's real bad.
13.
Yes. Oh yeah, my dex is a +1.
Yeah, you rolled a 2 and a 1 on the other ones.
Yep.
Alright. Your chest is also looking heavily injured.
All right, I will also again disengage and take a few steps.
Okay. The mimics will mindlessly attack their closest enemies, which is George. Not advantage this time, and it's not going to try to bite you, it's going to try to grapple you with its tongue. Oh man, you should have seen that D20 dice. It hit the 18 and then just rolled over to the 5. Like, dang. Nothing doing there. The other one will attempt to attack Kaless. Same tongue move. Boy. I was nailing the bites, and I can't do the pseudopod.
Yeah.
5 and a 6. Ouch. Alright, Gillian. Is Gillian...
Sorry.
There.
Sorry.
Hey.
Sorry. I mean,
Last call.
You know what we need is a long rest. That would be...
Are you telling this to the toothy chests?
Just announcing it to the room in
Yeah.
general. Like, I could really use some spell slots, friends.
Yeah.
Because I'm just so worthless without spell slots. Okay. I will come down here and be brave and maybe die again. And I will attack.
Emboldened by her lack of options, she's transformed.
She looks at all her magic shit. I guess I better go up and
Yeah.
All right, 17.
Yes.
I'm gonna take that hit. There's a 5.
Indeed.
And then I'm a rapier.
Look at that. I don't think you guys have missed a single attack, by the way.
And
We're
we've gotten
very
like
well. I missed
above
mine.
12 damage every time.
Yeah,
too.
that's pretty crazy.
We're doing...
All right, you
Okay.
take severe chunks off it. Now it looks like it's actually having trouble keeping its like object
Binding
form
it.
together.
Or hinges.
Somebody look up the parts of the
Hinges
chest
fall
so I
off.
can explain.
On today's episode.
Today's episode. It's the inner workings of a chest.
Chairs.
Yep,
That's right.
it's an educational dungeon.
I bet it's more complicated than you think.
George.
Hit number 1.
No longer tongued. Slice across that
Hit number
chest.
2.
Yep. Look at this. George, how would you like to finish off this toothy chest?
Take a bite out of that, punk. George Lehman says.
Perfect.
Perfect. The mimic.
First one-liners.
The mimic dies from your really bad joke. Mostly, it's just you actually miss with your final attack, but you say that line, and the mimic just ends its own life. It is destroyed. It turns into a big purple blobby glue and just dissolves into the ground, acid bubbling.
Wait, these weren't chests?
That one wasn't. That was a monster. You notice that the rest of the chests do seem to be just chests, though. They haven't sprung to life.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm still gonna stab every...
Right. Yep, just to be sure. I understand. Theron.
Now on.
Alright. Item?
Indeed.
Wow.
Indeed.
Man.
Boy, you guys, hopefully you're using up all your good shit here. As you are kicking their asses. That thing looks very, very, very heavily wounded now. It is sagging down.
Really?
Its tongue is like panting. It is not in good shape. It appeared to be a little larger than the other one.
Oh boy. Will a crit do it? Maybe.
Oh, I don't even want to see this damage.
I do.
Oh, Lord.
19,
33.
29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
33 damage.
Holy shit.
Celeste, how would you like to obliterate this creature?
Wood chipper.
Yep. It's mimic on one side and just chunks of purple blob on the other. That thing is destroyed, bubbles into the ground, dissolves, dunzo. All that's left are what appear to be actual chests and crates.
I can throw pieces of purple blob at all the others to see if they react.
Yeah, as we go, just systematically just poke them with rapiers.
Sure, yeah. You go around and give them a little, kicking and stabbing. Yep. One of them you think like shifts slightly and you like pee yourself a little bit, but it turns out to be just a trick of the light. Indeed. All right, so Mannix, you can resume your detect magic.
I can resume casting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of you can loot for real this time.
Woohoo!
And you walk around and through various crates and chests, you find. I'm literally gonna start listing these out because they're all full of shit. One of the is just a crate with a dozen bottles of wine in it. It looks like a pretty common vintage, but you know they're all there, they're all intact.
Oh, a common vintage. No.
Gillian was all on board until she looked at the label. I was like, ah.
No.
Are they at least like extensively aged? Or...
Gillian, I'm gonna give you inspiration for that because I think that's fantastic. Just scoff at my common vintage wine. In another box, you find a wedding gown and veil. It looks like it could be worth some money. It just could fit a humanoid.
I'll rip it up and make bandages out of it.
In one box, you find the only thing of worth is a satchel, but in that satchel you find a set of alchemist's supplies and 4 vials of alchemist's fire.
Ooh.
Another box with like just bolts around it and looks very like military style. Holds 2 heavy crossbows and 100 crossbow bolts.
Gillian, you'll never go.
Thank God I was running low.
In one nice case, you find a steel helmet with an electrum fish mounted atop. Looks like it could be worth some money. Literally like a fucking fin-looking thing, just a giant fish head.
Like he's the fish knight, like the guy who wore it.
Yep.
Like it's like a themed helmet.
It's like a themed helmet. Yep.
Okay.
Electrum being a nice like the one nicer than gold, I guess. So it looks like it'd be worth some money. In another small container, you find a bunch of smashed vials that were destroyed. Hard to tell what they were. You do find intact 2 potions of greater healing and a strange gray potion with a tiny, tiny floating tentacle inside.
George!
You find a diplomat's pack stained with blood. That's something in the player's handbook. It just has a bunch of supplies in it. Gillian, you actually recognize this pack as coming from your group's, from one of your group whenever you arrived at this temple ship, whatever it was, 10 years ago or something. And finally, you also find, scattering amongst, I'm just going to add this all up, scattered around, you find 200 gold pieces.
Made by Chinese Triton.
Gillian, you all feel a calling to this one box that has like this really elaborate Triton calligraphy all over it and different nautical shit. And you open it up and your heart kind of skips a beat as you see resting on a gorgeous velvet pillow is a set of the most beautiful bagpipes that you've ever seen. The instrument radiates with magical energy.
Oh my gosh, this is my dream come true.
All of its pieces are themed from the sea. It's got like a conch shell for the actual part you blow into, and like spiraling horns and seashells.
It's so pretty. Okay, I reach out and take it. Does it attack me?
No, it does not attack you. That would be the worst thing ever.
I don't trust you.
It's the most devious mimic of all time.
I knew you were coming.
You've raised my hopes and dashed them completely.
All right.
But it definitely seems magical.
Gorgeous velvet pillow. Is that the pillow it was resting on?
Yeah, that was the pillow I was resting on. It was a very nice velvet pillow.
She didn't say you couldn't take it.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's pillow.
So you can-
Can I like investigate the bagpipes or something to see what magic qualities it has?
You would either need the identify spell or short rest
Okay.
to be able to figure out what they are and what they can do.
If you
I'm gonna
got
take one of those potions of greater healing.
Me too.
Oh.
I'm taking the other one.
oh,
Someone else can have a tentacle.
You snooze, you lose.
I guess.
Like,
First
I'm
take
a
the
bard.
velvet.
My job is to heal you people, and I need more help with it.
That's true.
George takes the
I-
velvet pillow.
George takes the pillow. Everybody's
Pillow
getting all
comes
the.
with the bagpipes. Okay, you can have the pillow.
She slaps her hand away. The pillow is part of the whole thing. It doesn't work without the pillow.
Well, I will take the strange gray potion.
There you go.
Hope I-
That one also looks magical, obviously.
Okay.
Alright, so Mannix, you can cast Detect Magic. I don't know if you guys want a short rest or not, but Gillian, the whispering grows louder again, kind of after you've already looted all this stuff. But instead of visions, you hear a distant voice calling out to you, and you recognize the voice of your brother, although it sounds kind of distorted and eerie, but it is very clearly his voice and is coming from the south.
Okay. I think we should go
Do
south.
do we want a short rest before we
Yes,
go any
we
though?
Mhm.
Identify some magic shit.
We do.
Do you want to play your new set of bagpipes while we're short resting?
Oh, I do. Are you guys so excited? 'Cause I'm so- Okay, I'm gonna play my new set of bagpipes for my thing. What's my thing called? The Song of Rest.
The Song of Rest.
And it's a D6, right?
D6.
I have to roll dice, so I will take your d6.
What's y'all's hit dice looking like now?
Oh, sure. I've got 2 left. I'm gonna.
Whoops.
This.
I am out.
My hit dice are so bad.
A rogue
God
wizard?
damn it.
The old 1d8 plus 0. That's rough.
Well, hopefully the song of help me better than my hit dice.
I am out of hit dice officially.
Me too.
Excellent. It's just what the DM wants to hear. We're at the end of our collective
Nothing.
ropes. Yeah.
Bring it, DM.
We
That's
have
kinda good.
nothing. I'm sure it'll be nothing but smooth sailing from here.
Of course.
Mhm.
And Gillian, these bagpipes sound melodious and wonderful, and you take to them instantly. As you recognize a most famous instrument from your people, these are the bagpipes of the stormy sea.
Dun dun dun.
When you use them as a spellcasting focus, which just means basically whenever you cast a spell, if you're casting a spell that causes targets to become charmed, for example, Charm Monster, Hypnotic Pattern, and Crown of Madness, you impose disadvantage on the saving throw. Also, the bagpipes can cast the following spells once per day each. You can cast Protection from Energy, Lightning only, Animal Friendship on beasts with a swim speed only, Call Lightning, Water Breathing, Tidal Wave, and Wind Wall.
That's
Boy.
very exciting. Are you writing that down for me? Okay.
As the mimic comes through
As the
from
mimic.
the death that we gave it.
His bagpipes
Oh,
are yours.
I don't remember. Can I attune now, or do I have to have a long?
No, you
rest,
can attune
or
now. Yep.
it's just, okay.
This is part of you like identifying as basically attuning to it.
Okay.
So you gain basically all of these spells once per day. And then
Excellent.
if you happen to cast any, because there's a bunch of spells that use the word charmed, even though they're not literally charming monsters. Like Hypnotic Pattern is like a paralyze or something, but it says the word monsters are charmed. So if it says the word charmed in there, then you can impose disadvantage on the saving throw.
Can I take a look at this? Can you identify potions?
It's kind of a gray area. It says like you can identify some by like tasting them, like maybe a potion of healing or something.
Well,
Give it
if
a
I
go.
can't immediately do it resting, I will spend that time casting a ritual.
Casting which one?
That should be it.
Oh, identify. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think just by looking at it while you're resting, you're pretty sure it has something to do with transmutation magic. When you identify it, you think you've seen potions similar to this where they have. If it looks like this with the gray, you can identify the substance, and it has a little object inside. It tends to have some kind of transformative qualities. So you think that by imbibing this potion, you would gain some kind of either a complete transformation or a partial transformation into some kind of tentacle creature. Is what you can surmise.
It's gonna turn me into something with tentacles. Great. Yes, we're gonna be in the next combat, and it's gonna be some like floppy octopus. Just I'm drowning. All right.
And then when you come
I
out,
will
go ahead.
also get one spell slot back with my whatever this is. Arcane Recovery.
Okay. I think this is your third short rest of this dungeon too.
Yeah, I think so.
What does that got to tell you, dear?
You're right where I want you. Now, are you recasting Detect Magic?
Yes, I was doing that.
Okay, yeah. Well, you guys rested, and then you'd have to technically cast it again.
Oh, yeah, I guess we short rest.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see.
I guess
Okay.
if Gillian wants to go south, we don't really need to look at the statue thing, do we?
You don't have to look at it, but his Detect
I'll
Magic
just
works in a radius anyway. Whenever you turn it on, the statue definitely does radiate magic, transmutation magic specifically. You can feel it
Okay.
tingling in your symbol when you approach, but nothing appears to happen.
Okay. Well, I would just advise anyone not wearing a necklace probably don't go near this. Or transmutation of what kind or type, I have no idea. May turn you into a fish. Or who knows, it could turn you into a kraken. Give it a shot.
Sure. Certainly could.
What's the worst that could happen? Alright, Gillian, follow your
yeah.
leads south.
I wasn't saying I want to lead south. I only have 5 points. But okay.
Let's all just go as a general group.
DM
No
demands
one will
specific marching order.
Oh, I hate
Who
when
gets
he
their
demands
head
marching
decapitated
order.
first?
I'll go first. She only has like 25
Thank
hit.
you.
I
Yeah.
also I have to be looking for magical, traps or whatnot.
Okay.
All right, we got 2 doors, left and right.
You got 2 doors at the end of the hallway, indeed.
Do either of them appear magical?
Neither door appears magical. You don't sense any kind of magical traps or anything of that nature.
Do I sense my brother's voice?
You listen for a second, and you hear that voice come again. It's just kind of whispering your name, and you hear it coming to the right. Coming from the right.
Let's go toward the right then.
Okay. I will listen at the door.
Oh, sorry. I opened the door.
Your listening skills are just that good.
It's so good.
Yeah. I just press my ear against it, and the door just goes. Eee.
Yeah, it opens.
Guys, it's all good.
Hanging from a chain from the ceiling of this dark room is an old diver's cage. The cage is 8 feet tall and dangles 2 feet off the floor. Tattered rugs are splayed out before it. Inside the cage is the flickering spectral image of a male Triton. The ghostly figure of your brother looks up with wide eyes and stares right at you, Gillian. He says, "Gillian, you found me."
Okay, so he's like actually here? Then this is not like an image?
He appears to be speaking to you. Yeah, that's a good reaction. Yeah, because you've been seeing a lot of these visions. Not quite sure what to believe. But yeah, he appears to be addressing you directly.
His ghost.
His ghost. Looks like a
Okay,
ghost.
well, I probably am gonna come forward then and say, like, what the F happened?
He looks sad and nods and looks down and says, "Oh, Gillian, I'd never met anyone like Saretha before. She was smart, beautiful, and a grand leader. She had been given orders to get rid of our envoy. I convinced her to be merciful, but on the night they were to kick us out, it all went bad. So much death. I thought I'd lost you, but I saw you escape into the water. I couldn't bring myself to leave her. And Gillian, I convinced her to leave all this behind. Umberlee, the war, everything. Just sail away and start a new life. The ship was wrecked from a storm not long after, and we came ashore here in Schult. And we built this place from the wreckage. For a time we were happy, but the goddess wouldn't leave us alone. Everyone was plagued by nightmares and visions, and some of them started mutating. They began building all these statues and resuming their worship. I felt her slipping away from me, and then one day, he just kind of swallows hard and gestures at the cage around him.
Well, I think one of the things I probably would have done first is try to get him out of the cage. So
Okay.
I'm gonna come up here and try to figure out if I can open the cage.
Yeah, it looks like it's actually just the whatever lock was on there is long since rusted away, so you can probably sit there and just break it with a back of a dagger or something. He opens up and you open the door and he looks at you warmly. He says, "In the last month or so, I've felt a powerful pull. I don't know why, but all the spirits seem to be trapped in here. Saretha, or maybe Umberlee herself, keeps some kind of a dome around the palace. If we need to be put to rest, then she needs to be. She's changed. She's not the person I fell in love with. I'm so sorry, Gillian."
How are you still alive
I
in this cage?
I'm not sure. I don't think any of the spirits can leave this place. We've all been cursed here. You might have seen some of those spirits when you came in.
Okay. So what What do we have to do to free you?
The only thing that still keeps this thing together must be the High Priestess herself, Saretha. She's still in here. She's probably back in the cave part. They built some kind of frightening statue back there. Their final place of worship.
Oh, so we did need to look at the statue.
Her connection to Umberlee needs to be severed. And to do that, I think she has to be destroyed. Now, you all know about the spirits and what happens to spirits with the soulmonger in place right now.
Oh.
He mentioned feeling a pull about a month ago, but all the spirits are trapped in here.
So if we actually free the dome of spirit trapping, they just immediately become a part of the undead army. They just get pulled into the whole soulmonger situation.
He doesn't seem to know about what that is, so you could mention that to him if you want.
I mean, I'll let Gillian.
I feel like that's fair too. I'll relay that information to him. That seems like something he should be aware of.
Okay. He looks pretty wide-eyed and worried. He says, "Oh, I thought that freeing from this place, I would be able to be free and finally get some rest, but I don't want to end up in some giant spirit vacuum." And then his eyes grow like wide, and he says, I could use something meaningful to both of us as some sort of a vessel. I don't want to possess any of you." He kind of looks back at your companions, but maybe I could kind of possess an object.
Put
Gillian.
them in your bagpipes. Oh no, because then every time you play it, you'd be blowing your brother. No, don't put him in.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
I'm sorry I went there. I'm sorry.
You ruined it for everyone.
Oh.
I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm sorry. Oh,
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, Rochelle. That was my bad.
Let's just pretend that.
Somebody just
put
like
him in your
slaps
old
Kalessa
bagpipe.
across the back of the head. It's like, no.
Like,
Not the time.
I'm sorry.
George says, "Put him in your monkey."
Oh, I forgot about the monkey.
A monkey.
I so could. Oh, it's a flying monkey too. Do you want to fly? Wouldn't that be fun for you?
You're talking to him like he's 6.
we all are discovering right now exactly why he chose to stay with me.
The patronizing older sister.
Yeah.
He's like, what's a monkey?
I have this amazing flying servant here. You could embody him if you'd like, as long as you're willing to pick up my crossbow bolts for me. Long lost brother.
Gillian makes sure she doesn't want to actually lose the service of her service monkey in giving her brother a body.
This relationship between the two of them got a real quick.
Oh. Like,
But
yeah, I guess that could work. It's a pretty simple-minded creature. Yeah, I could do that. At least until this whole soul thing is dealt with. That won't take long, right? He looks hopeful, looks at the monkey, and looks hopeful at you.
Absolutely not. We'll have this squared away in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Go ahead, embody my monkey.
Go weird.
He kind of nods sadly,
I
resigned
hold-
to his fate.
hold
Yeah,
it
you hold
out.
it.
Wings are flapping.
It's just pooping on the floor, holding it out. It's like, all right.
The poor monkey is.
Just wide-eyed. Now's a good time to pull up the picture of the flying monkey. Everybody can see how sweet it is. There's the innocent flying monkey about to have its soul sucked out. All right, you see your brother just kind of mystify and go into all of the monkey's orifices, and
The monkey screaming while this happens.
nope, it's totally just zoned out, like it's just stoned, and then all of a sudden it's kind of blinks a few times, and then Gillian leaps out of your arms and kind of flies around and almost like crashes into a few things, and then rights itself and sits down and looks at you and cocks its head and makes monkey noises. But
Alright.
it attempts to
We
get
okay.
it gets like its half like appendages it can use and tries to give you like a thumbs up, but it looks really weird because it's a monkey.
At this point,
should
George
we
is
address this monkey as your?
Yes, this is my brother, and you will treat him with respect. So please be
and
courteous.
as soon as Gillian says that, George's Thaddeus flies over and starts trying to hump the monkey.
You didn't know what you were getting yourself into, man. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
George runs over. Thaddeus, no, don't do that. And
A
then he
smart
grabs.
bottle.
Might
The
be
monkey
time
looks
to neuter Thaddeus.
very shaken.
Bad monkey, bad monkey.
What's the brother's name?
Sibberoth.
Which is now the name of Sibera.
Sibberoth the flying monkey now.
Hello, Mr. Sibera. Monkey man.
It seems to twitch for a second, and you can see part of the like a blue mist seep out of it for a second. And Gillian, you find yourself suddenly become a little more like your magic spark a little faster and sharper, and then it seeps back down, and you feel like the brother's spirit can actually help you, which I am translating as once per day you can call upon your brother's spirit to enhance one of your spells as if it were cast at 1 level higher of a spell slot.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's just a free action, assuming that flying monkey survives, I guess.
He survived this long, and I forgot he existed.
Yep. That's, yeah.
You just see Theron Bear try to eat the monkey.
We gotta treat the monkey with respect.
Don't eat the monkey.
Alright, so we gotta go back to the statue now?
Oh,
We didn't actually ask him where this area was.
so
but-
Gillian, you actually can hear you hear for a second that voice again, and again it sounds weird and distorted, but the monkey stares you the whole time, and it's almost like this telepathic bond between you all. And
That's not creepy.
right, I'm always there. He explains in order to get to her, there's a back end of the caverns behind that statue. He says you have to approach the statue wearing the holy symbol, and you have to utter a prayer, and the prayer is, "My life for Umberlee, queen of the depths, mistress of the sea." And when you utter that, the statue will reveal the path inside into the back caves.
Okay. I share that information with everybody.
As far as the rest of you know, she's just staring at this monkey.
Is this something we have to get used to? Just Gillian staring at her monkey for long.
Indeed.
But it's the statue.
Back north?
You know what, Heather? I don't know if I'd ever believed, but I can see the entire map now. I remember you said that you could do.
No.
It's something to do with this computer.
How do you gain these powers?
It just goes to the GM layer eventually.
That's so terrible.
Yeah. If you give it a little bit, it'll revert. So.
Okay.
Fascinating. It's like loading the dynamic lighting or something.
It's like it's not loading it. It's like it just like got rid of it all. So
Yeah, it
Wow.
just takes it away.
That's terrible.
I think I still have dynamic lighting in terms of like I can't see any creatures or anything like that. I just see the.
Okay, just the map.
Which now I'm. Yeah, but they're talking about the statue when we just left, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A big statue head, this big 12-foot tall statue head that very much resembles Umberlee from all the little statues you've seen. So yeah, there's that statue, and then there is the other door here.
But we think it's a statue in the other room that we just left.
That's what he explained, yeah. The
Okay.
merfolk-dominated ghost spirit flying monkey.
All right. Well, promise our souls to Umberlee. See what happens. Okay, I would say anyone who does not have a necklace near, like, there's three of us do, right?
We've got 3 necklaces.
Myself, George, and Colette.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I will approach the statue.
Okay, you feel a tingling in the symbol?
Mannix will. Mannix is the type to just declare himself to any god that's convenient at the moment.
Fair.
So he will actually get on me, and he'll repeat whatever. I pledge myself to Umberlee, mistress of the sea and goddess of storms.
Okay, as you recite the prayer to your best recollection, you see almost that menacing half smile twitch a little bit into a bigger, wider grin, and as it smiles, the mouth opens, revealing rows and rows of triangular, shark-like teeth. But as it opens, you see that it opens into a tunnel system through the mouth.
Okay, I am going to take a tentative step. I'm trying to pay, as I step through, I'm going to try to pay attention to if it feels like the necklace tingles again, like it's another one of those.
It's just kind of always tingling when you're near the statue at this point.
Oh, okay. Is it open? I actually, since I can see everything, I tell if it's...
It did open, yes.
Okay.
The mouth opened.
I guess just to be safe then, let's repeat the entryway. And I'll step through to here.
Okay.
I'll come through.
I'll set the statue down on the ground, little on a boulder.
Okay.
I'll take mine off too, so you can just use your mage hand and hand both of them across.
Okay. I'll mage hand the 2 necklaces and send them.
Okay.
So we can all come through.
You see that the mouth seems to just stay open currently as you are
Okay.
ferrying people across.
Okay. All right. Then once we're back in, recollect my necklace and pick back up the statue.
Okay. As you get more into the cave system, the smell of sea air is very strong in here, and you get the noise of crashing waves echoing across the halls. In a standing pool of water just ahead, you see a monstrous pair of lobster-like creatures. Parts of their body look like they were once human, but have since mutated into pincers and tentacles. And they look up at you and begin swimming towards you with alarming speed. I'm gonna need some initiative.
Oh boy. Okay.
Can we take a break first before we get into this one?
Sure.
We're all across now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah. We all.
Wait, where are we?
We're up north to the right.
Theron looks
By
up,
that.
everyone's gone.
Green statue.
Further south. There's that little T intersection down there past.
In the big crate treasure room. Through
There you go.
through the statue.
Come in, Theron Bear.
Oh, I blew my initiative time.
Mm-hmm. Boy, a lot of rolling low initiatives here.
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna take a break, but you see these giant lobster creatures. They look mutated from people, swimming towards you. So we will resume with combat. But let's take a 10-minute break for now. right. I do believe that has been a very long break. One thing that I forgot to do at the beginning of the stream was show off some fan art that was sent in
Oh, right.
by fan of the show Blanky. A picture of Mannix. Mannix's character, which is fantastic. I believe this is our first ever fan art that has ever been submitted
That's amazing.
for the show. It is incredible. We've got the spell book. We've even got the frog in the pocket. We got the scar
Yep.
on the eye. It is fantastic. Thank you, Blanky.
That's
Very, very
great.
cool. If
I love
anybody
the
has
frog in
fan
the
art,
pocket.
yeah, that's awesome. The fan art's like the frog's like pissed too, as it should be. Discord is a great area, or you can send anything in to me at roguewatson@gmail.com. I'm also on Twitter at roguewatson. I would love to see fan art of the show. This is fantastic. The characters especially. So you guys have a bunch of lobsters, lobstermen tearing down at you. Kaless, you finally did the opposite of last time and rolled really good on initiative.
Yes, I did.
What would you like to do?
Well, George is gonna be right behind me, right, George?
It's always a mistake to assume what George is.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I got
really
some butter in my pocket. I'm ready to go lobster.
That's not butter.
Alright. Well, getting to go first means my assassinate goes off, which is nice. Alright.
Mhm.
Alright, here we go. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, up close and personal.
This water looks like it is about 4 or 5 feet deep, so it wouldn't be any necessarily swimming rule restrictions, but it would count as difficult terrain, just FYI.
I'm not getting any closer.
Okay.
An assassinate gives me advantage. And then if I hit, it becomes a crit, just so you know.
Unfortunately, all too well.
Damn,
Ooh,
almost
you were
myself.
glad to have that advantage.
Yeah, I am.
20
So
does
take it
hit.
as 20 hits.
Yes.
Alright. Okay. May I request that you turn the battle music on, please?
Oh, you're right. I don't have the battle music on.
It's fading.
Celeste looks to the heavens like, I don't feel jazzed enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hunt lobster until.
I
Alright,
no
so-
hunt monster without music.
I'll roll the damage and then I'll roll it again for the crit.
Okay.
Ooh, that was bad.
I guess so.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that was bad. Alright, so I will re-roll all of it, right? Even the sneak attack? Yeah, because when I crit with a sneak
Just hit
attack, it rolls.
The only
Hit
thing
the
you
button
don't,
again,
the
yeah.
only thing you don't roll
Yeah.
is that +5 at the end. I believe you just roll the dice, so you can just roll
Okay.
a 3d.
I'll just hit the button and just take the +5 away.
Okay.
There we go.
That's significantly better.
14, 21 plus 12 makes 33.
33. I think you did 33 last time with a crit also.
Wow.
Like that.
Seems pretty solid. Celeste, that is not massive damage, but you do
Aw.
slice into that lobster folk tentacled pincher monster quite heavily, and it seems to give off a crooning wail.
And then I'll disengage him back up.
Lightning speed, she runs up, stabs it, and runs back.
That's all I got.
Mr. George.
Let me count. 5.
George, lobster rolls.
I'm counting my steps here.
George produces a protractor and a sexton.
Dang it. You ruined my plans by moving.
Oh, I did?
Hmm
I can go
alright.
back and say we didn't move.
It's all right. 5, 10, 15. 20, 25. Bonus action. Turns his thorn blade into a whip,
Yeah.
and he lashes out at the lobster. Normally. Oh,
Wow.
A little
That's
too
a whiff.
excited about the butter in your pocket there.
uh-huh. But he
Got a slippery grip now.
quickly pulls back and with one surge, one quick move. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna use my inspiration to reroll that.
Okay.
So Thornblade again.
George!
Damn, man.
A 1 and a 2!
Wha-
He surges this time, burns through everything.
Come on,
Some bitch.
roll a 3. Oh my god!
Wow.
A 1! The
Wow.
1, 2, 1.
You're having real trouble getting that thorn blade up.
George! I mean, it
Leg
happens.
goes, "Ew."
It happens to the best of us.
If I had another action left, I would just crawl into my shell.
Feel shamed.
Shame.
Shamed.
He just starts banging his head against the wall here
Aw.
with the last 5 feet of his movement.
The lobsters rush forward, unimpeded by the water, swim up, and at its full height, reaches down with its pincers, coalesce, and attempts to both grab and slam you. It gets 2 attacks, 1 for each pincer. Attack the first is abysmal. Attack the
Wow.
second.
What's going on in this cave?
I know, this is the cave of badness. God damn, it's got some equally bad attacks, doesn't it?
It's still reeling from the owie I gave it.
I know. And they actually have a 10-foot reach with these fucking pinchers, too. That is a giant lobster, I didn't realize that. So this one is going to reach over to George and attempt to do the same thing. $18.
Better George than me.
Shows you how it's done for 12 bludgeoning damage, and it also grabs you in its pincer.
You're having some bad luck with getting grabbed by things tonight, George.
Mm-hmm.
Everything what's
It will then grab you, pull you towards its mouth, and smother you with its mouth tentacles.
smother you with.
You must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, please, or become poisoned and paralyzed.
Right now,
Indeed, sir. He is doing this as another action.
burn through everything.
You got Constitution. Oh my God, George!
Oh, Jesus.
Just
It's now rolled a
1,
3.
2, 1, 3. Oof. Oof. That's awful. You are poisoned and paralyzed.
No. What is this, like the tentacles on his face there?
Yeah, it like pulls you up to its tentacles. Just zzz. It's like a, I don't know, jellyfish or something. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. And since it's already grappled George, it still has another pincer attack. It's going to attempt to just pincer Celeste over there. Its other pincer. Oh!
Nope.
Not going to happen.
Only George.
Only George. Alright, Theron.
Alright, I'll attempt to squeeze through here.
I will get him his way. I don't.
Arr.
No.
Oh boy.
This
The
damn
dice,
cave
the
is doing
dice
something.
have changed direction. 16 does hit, however. For 12 is pretty solid. Bash on its chitinous shell. A lot of bad rolls, though. Gillian. Is Gillian returned? Gillian! This is your brother, monkey!
Your brother. That's how he has to refer to himself. I am Gillian's brother monkey.
Let's.
Like a sister wife. It's
That's right, yeah. Let's do Mannix for now. We'll come back to Gillian.
25. Oh boy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, I can just get up to one of them. What? Oh, he's just gonna have to make a saving throw again. I was trying to see if I could do something for George, but do for him.
He is currently grappled in the pincer.
That would require probably a strength check to get him.
Indeed. You'd have to
That's
pry
fine.
the pincers.
I'm not gonna do that because I would probably fail. Well, shoot. I haven't. Here's one magic item. I hope I'm not burning everything before we get to the end of this. I have one magic item I haven't used yet. 30. Yes. Okay. 5, 10, 15. Can I squeeze through here? I'm not sure I can. Like from here to here.
It'd require the probably double movement right there, because you're probably going to squeeze across there and bear.
Okay, I think I can still. Well, actually, no, I don't. I'm not sure I can still make it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, I can at least make it here. Okay, I will reach into my vest of pocket, and I will point the silverlight dagger at these two lobster creatures and shine a blinding light over.
Alright, the blinding light. They do look pretty hardy, but let's see what they can do. So top to bottom, Constitution saving throw. Top guy. Oh, fails miserably.
This
It's
cave is
the
fun.
cave of bad rolls. And then number 2. Woof. Both fail.
All
Both
right.
become blinded. They shield their eyes and cry out angrily.
And I will actually. You said this water appears to be shallow enough to wade in without.
Yeah, without imposing any of the normal underwater stuff, it's just difficult terrain, basically.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to dash and just go up here, get into a flanking position.
Okay. Feeling confident with the lobster people blinded.
Yeah. Maybe a mistake, but we'll see.
Do we have Gillian back or no? Nope. Okay. Is she coming back at some point? Do we know? Maybe?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do we know what Gillian would do?
She would come
Crossbow attacks.
shoot him with a crossbow.
That sounds good, 'cause I don't know how to work her spells. Let's do... what do we got? Crossbow. Look at that. I hit the crossbow.
Yeah.
5 damage. We'll do the more damaged guy. Alright.
Wyatt.
Top of the order is Colette.
No. Go lay down. Sorry. Yelling at the
A
dog.
cave of natural ones. It is. This is a bad cave.
Alright. Well, since they have a 10-foot reach, does that mean they're in combat with other people?
Since it's...
Well,
Oh, in terms of the attack of opportunity? Or...
No, in terms of me getting my sneak attack if they're in combat with others. I don't need advantage on the attack if the enemy.
Oh,
target
well, they're
within-
blinded,
yeah.
so do you have advantage on them if they're blinded?
Oh yeah, I get advantage anyway. Yeah, okay. Never mind then. I get it anyway. Oh, that was bad.
that was bad.
That was real bad.
Yeah, 12's not gonna work. 2-4 as
Ugh.
the cave of terrible rolls continues.
Alright. That one hit at least.
Yep.
So we'll put the sneak attack on that one.
Okay. Okay. So
14.
14. Alright, that one is looking pretty heavily injured after that giant alpha strike you got in it before. George.
I don't know what my options are. I'm grappled. I'm poisoned. I'm paralyzed.
It's a bad time, I admit. Let's see, what is paralyzed? I'm gonna deal with that one in a while. Paralyzed creatures incapacitated, can't move or speak, automatically fail strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit. Jesus, paralyzed is awful.
Oh my god. But, well, you can make the save again at the end of your
You
turn.
can make the save again at the end. So basically all you can do is try to make that, what was that save? A con, DC 13 con saving throw to try and end the, this effect.
Almost had less.
So Constitution.
Yep. 13 or higher. There you
There
go.
you go.
Alright, so...
At least you won't get those crits on you.
Yeah, so you lose this turn, but you are freed of its effects. You are still grappled, however, because you had to spend your turn just getting out of the paralyze, I believe.
Okay.
Grappled like that. Alright, back to the lobsters. They are blinded. The top one will try to attack Kaless with its pincers with disadvantage because of the blind. Look at that
Jesus.
disadvantage roll.
I don't give a shit.
How do you like that?
Well, they got a +6 to hit that too, though. That's...
Yeah. Why did that?
Yeah, why did you get 2?
I don't know. It should not have rolled 2. It did this before with a different character too. It rolled too many dice.
Like, if you have disadvantage or advantage on, it rolls the dice
Oh, maybe
twice,
it rolls
I
it
don't know.
twice for some reason? Okay, it's just the first one, so it's
I don't
10,
know.
10 damage.
Okay. Oh,
And then-
can he dodge that?
Okay. You are grabbed in the pincher, though, similar to George.
Oh,
And
damn it.
it drags you close and smothers you with its tentacles. Which is not a 2-hit, that is just a con saving throw.
How about, like, I can dexterously wiggle...
Oh, that's true, Darren. I forgot that.
Every time.
What'd you forget?
Chat saying that the poison condition may grant disadvantage on George's save, but that's okay. That was a DM error in your favor. Oh, Kaless, you enjoy the paralyzed poison of the tentacles.
Oh, man.
Well, I almost killed this one.
Yeah. Now you're
that- When we'll use its
Toy
other
for-
pincer on Theron, still blinded, so it has disadvantage.
Come on.
Alright, I can take these disadvantage attacks. Theron, I see it only rolled once now. What is it? I don't know why it randomly
I don't
does
know. That's weird.
that. 8 damage, and it can even do a it says large or smaller, so it's big enough to where it picks up the bear and its fucking lobster claw. However, it can only use its tentacles once, so it can't do the same to you. So you are currently grappled in the lobster claws. The other one...
So it's got a turtle in one claw and a bear in the other?
No, that one's got Kaless and Theron.
Oh, okay.
The other one is going to try to grab... Or no, the other one George has already grabbed. It is going to try to grab Mannix this time with the other pincher.
Lord.
With disadvantage.
It does still.
I am hitting with all my disadvantage attacks!
13, yeah.
For
it's really
12
bad.
bludgeoning
Oh,
damage.
no.
That was pretty good damage. And you are grappled. And it will attempt to smother its tentacles upon you.
Oh no.
Con saving throw, Mr. Mannix.
I got too confident when I blocked this.
I hit with all. Okay, you make the save though. You resist.
Alright.
You resisted. So you are grabbed. I'm just using this symbol. You are, all 4 of you up here are currently grabbed within their 4 collective pincers. Now they will attempt to shake their blinded effect, which they repeat the DC 15 con saving throw. So top guy is unblinded. Bottom guy is not. Still blinded. Yep. Theron.
Alright, so what does that mean? Right. Grapple me.
So I think you're only grappled, you're not actually restrained, so it really doesn't mean much in terms of attacks. 'Cause it specifically doesn't say you're restrained, just grappled. So it just means you can't move, basically.
Just movement speed.
Yeah. And the one grappling you is the top one who's more damaged, but the bottom one is blinded.
Okay, I'll attack the top one.
Okay.
Bite him.
19 will hit for sure for 10 damage. Okay, that thing looks really bad now. You like tear off a leg. Gillian, what would Gillian do? Firing crossbows again?
Yeah. Or perhaps healing me. Probably she has any spell slots left.
That's true, she might. 12 will not hit. She could still, let's see, what is her spell slots like? She's got 2 level 1 spell slots left. Could probably heal a Mannix with 1. How do I heal? Healing word. Has to do it at level 1 though. She heals you for 5. It's a
I'll
bonus
take
action. Mr. Mannix.
So I'm grappled, so I cannot move.
Right.
So I can only, but I still have advantage on this guy because I'm still flanking him technically, right?
I'm not gonna allow you to flank once you're grappled and it's once you're grappling its pincers, because at that point it's basically can hold you and just carry. In fact, it tried to bring you up to its mouth.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. He's blinded anyway.
He
So
is blinded, yeah.
It's a duplicate of the yeah. All right, let's try to. Oh my god!
And
Cannot hit.
the dice
for
are purely dictating the
shit.
difficulty of this fight.
Yeah.
12 is not gonna hit.
Do I have anything else? I don't think so. So I think that's it for me.
Okay. Back at the top is Celeste. You are currently paralyzed by the tentacle poison.
Yeah, I am.
I think all you can do is try to roll that saving throw to get unparalyzed. A Constitution save, you need a 13 or higher.
There you go.
Wow. Musters up all the energy. Alright, so similar to George, you are unparalyzed, but you are still in the grappled predicament, and that was your turn.
Well, that was my action, right?
Well, it's one of those where it's the end of your turn, you have to repeat the saving throw. So literally it's like the last thing you
Oh,
do.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. George, you are grappled but not paralyzed.
How bad's the lobster look?
The one holding you is blinded but doesn't look much injured at all. The other one, however, looks extremely injured. But you are currently grappled by the blinded one.
I start buttering the lobster up.
21 will hit. You do have a. If you're attacking the blinded one, you have advantage.
Oh. Then roll that again then.
Indeed, sir. There you
Boom.
go.
Oh,
Nail
look at
that
that.
crit.
That's why you roll
A
twice.
reminder.
Look at these almost two crits back to back.
14 damage.
14 damage.
I butter him up again. Use my other hand.
16 will hit.
5 damage.
Another 5. All right, it's starting to get a little worse for wear now.
It's the end of my turn.
All right. So the Chul still has both of you in its grasp. This is awkward because its hands are full.
Yeah. Yep. It cannot. Yeah. Cannot grab anyone else. It's walking around people.
Yep. So what it's going to do is attempt to use its tentacles on Kaless again.
Yay.
Give me another con saving throw, Kaless.
You mean my crit didn't, like, prevent this from happening? I think I should have gotten a pass. Like, I ripped
Con was so
one of the
good it
tentacles out or
survived
something.
future assaults of the stinging tentacles.
God damn it.
So it sees
Boy.
that you're paralyzed, and now it just flings you across, like, into the water. And you're gonna take a. Go ahead and roll me a 1d6, as it just like throws you like a skipping stone across the pool of water.
1d6.
Yep. For 2 damage.
Can I uncanny? I'll uncanny dodge that.
I don't know if you can uncanny dodge. You're paralyzed. You're fucking paralyzed.
It has things.
You're paralyzed though. You literally are incapacitated.
Fine.
The other one will basically do the same thing. It's going to attempt to tentacle Mannix.
My Constitution. I did
Wow.
not mean to roll that with advantage, but still, 19
Withstand it just the same.
plus
Um,
0.
Frustrated, it still hurls you away, similar to Kaless, across the stones. Roll a 1d6 for the damage across the
Okay.
water.
5. That was the healing word.
With their free hands, they'll use their pincher to attack the people that are grappled, so just normal attack. The top one on Theron. For 13 damage. And the bottom one on George. Not gonna work. That was also disadvantage, but it missed anyway. And the bottom will attempt to resist the blindedness, which it does. Alright, Theron.
Alrighty. Item?
Mateen will hit. Claws will not. Alright, that one looks, you almost like tear into it with your teeth and like go for the jugular, and you feel it's just barely holding on at this point.
To his jugular?
It's got a jugular somewhere.
I mean, like he's holding on to his jugular.
No,
Yeah,
His own.
with his lobster claw. Hold it together.
yeah. Let's see if Gillian can take a crossbow bolt to it. Yes! Gillian hits it right between the eyes, and that one falls dead, dropping Theron Bear.
Alright.
Mr. Mannix.
Okay, said it's, well, 15, 20, 25. You said it's double movement through the water?
Yes.
Actually, you know what? Never mind. I've got that. So I'm going to turn my little ring.
Oh, the ring of water walking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to deal with this. So I will run across the water and get in flanking position. I'm not sure how flanking works. If I have to actually be directly across from them, or
No, just as long as you're above, yeah.
Okay. So it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, I'm just gonna hope we can actually take care of this thing quickly. Except I don't even get. I think you did. You just say that I don't get advantage on him because George?
That's because you were grappled also.
Oh, okay. Would I get advantage on him right now?
I'd allow it now, yeah.
Okay. Okay, then I will. See. Oh my God!
Can't.
Cannot hit
It's a non-starter, yeah.
for the life of me. Well, I will disengage and step 5 feet back, even though I know he can actually just hit me from that.
Alright.
No, actually, just so. No, I'm gonna step right here. I'm gonna see if hopefully Theron can come in.
Collis, you are paralyzed, and you're like halfway in the water here, so you're not in a good spot. You do make the save, though. You finally become unparalyzed and realize you are in the water and start sputtering and coughing up water. George has left the room. We're losing people like flies. Alright, George, I'm rolling for you.
Sword hits.
Yep, he does a short sword. Oh, there he is. Alright, you're back. Attack. Do your thing.
He's still blind.
No.
He is not still blinded, no.
Am I still grappled?
You are still grappled, yes. You have not escaped from your grapple, nor have been thrown. 22 will hit. 4, 8. 18 will hit. 12. You slash into it in a flurry of swords. That one is looking pretty diced up and cut. Blood seeping down. Shell is starting to crack.
And now I start buttering my sword.
It's the butter sauce.
I don't know. These lobsters have like poisonous death tentacles.
You just need the right chef to prepare it for you, I think.
Right.
Alright, that one is still grappling George. It's going to try to do the tentacles on you.
Not harm.
Give me the con save, Mr. George. And then it's going to pincer Mannix. Oh, Mr. Mannix.
My God. Well, it doesn't matter what he rolls.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That one
He just
just
slams me down into the water and I don't come up.
Mannix crumples. Theron, you just saw that thing pound Mannix into the water.
Sucks to be him.
He's gone.
24 will definitely hit. Can he get both hits on? Yes, he can. For 17, a 1-2 swipe. You and George together have been...
I like to think the bear is enraged at my death.
Sure, you can think that.
Right?
Let's have Gillian with another crossbow shot. Because she would probably, although she's now, well, nah, George and Darren still have more life than she does. She's still hanging back. I'm nailing these hits with Gillian, though. For 7, Mr. Mannix, I need a death save, please. Hello,
yeah.
darkness, my old friend.
Death save.
He's got this. He's got this.
Yeah.
Alright, Kaless, you've finally come to from being paralyzed and thrown into the water. You see, you don't know where Mannix is. He's just gone. But only one remains, and it looks pretty damaged.
So, let's see here. I'll use my bonus action to dash. So I get here with double movement.
Okay. Klaus is angry now.
Plus is very angry.
You might have to step on top of Mannix's body.
But you don't notice because it's under the water.
Yeah, it just kicks this form. This corpse floating in the water. 24 wood.
If you follow his me being grappled rule, you have to stand on top of Mannix's body.
Kaless, you surge forward, practically running on the water, flying through with your sword, and just jab it directly in the creature's back, somehow finding whatever it uses for a spine. It gives off one slight shudder, and then collapses to the ground.
I will force feed a health potion to the floating pile of things that is me.
She fishes around, pulls up like, nope,
Yeah.
nope, nope.
Oh, yeah.
There's Mannix.
Oh, there he is. I guess I'll go ahead and use the greater healing potion.
I mean, might as well.
The DM
Yep.
giveth and the DM taketh away.
44 plus 4. Slash roll.
You want
I'll
to
do
roll?
it for you,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, can I
44
feed him this lobster first?
plus 4.
Maybe the lobster will.
The lobster might have healing properties.
Buttered lobster.
He just goes paralyzed.
Yeah.
Paralyzed.
We won't be able to tell.
Class, that one healing potion did more than all 5 guys did for me. So,
Wow.
thanks for that.
Alright, Mr. Mannix. Guess what time it is?
I'm all here.
It's time for that con saving. Alright, Mr. Mannix. Let's see what he's won.
The D-
I need a D20, my man.
What is 5?
Well,
Broken leg.
Mr. 5 is a crippled limb. You either lost an arm or a leg.
Do I feel like I already have one. Check.
Did he ever heal
What
his
is the-
arm
what the leg
last
do?
time?
I don't think I did.
Um,
I mean, there was a time that Darren conned you into paying a lot of money.
oh yeah, you have a
That
crippled...
that
you cured that one. He got another crippled arm from his fight in the bar with the pirates.
yeah.
Oh, I wasn't
That's
there.
what it was.
Yeah, so he's actually already has a crippled arm. So if you have 2 crippled arms, you're in real bad shape.
Well, you know,
He's considering it.
mechanically, reading the way crippled arm reads, it wouldn't change things too terribly. I assume you're not going to let me do that.
I believe
but
a handy capable arm is the correct.
That's probably true.
I would like.
You can
One
still
minute.
live a rich, full life.
What does leg do? 'Cause
Leg.
I mean, the way arm reads, I can't hold 2 different objects and or wield. I assume that.
Read the next line.
Bonus
Crippling both arms
disadvantage.
means you cannot wield anything.
Oh, I didn't actually. Okay. Wow. Thank you. You answered my question.
Yep.
Oh, what does a leg do? Fuck
Your speed is halved, and you can't use the dash action, and you have disadvantage to most dexterity ability checks and saving throws. So he still has like a giant like. What is your injury? You tell me.
I mean, like I don't like the lobster snap my leg. But
Lobster
You
snap
got
the
a
leg.
torn ACL.
Yep, basically.
yeah, I walk with a limp now.
Oh god. Half speed and can't use dash. That's really fucking bad.
For a rogue, I
Yeah.
mean, basically, what that means, I'm just never gonna be able to join combat anymore. Because the whole dash in and dash out thing is like.
Yep. Just
We
need to
even get to the combat in time.
Yeah.
Say again?
We even get to the combat scene.
Exactly.
You know, this is a lesson for you. You don't want to get to combat too early, and then by the time you reach combat, it'll hopefully be safer for you. That appears to be everything that was in this area. Was the lobster, and they do look like they were once humanoid. They would be mutated with these lobster appendages into these bestial forms. The cave continues to the north. Poor Mannix.
The cave continues. Okay.
Indeed.
Well, I'm not going first.
Yeah, Mannix. Hop
I
on
have,
the
I have
back.
disadvantage. Yeah.
I'll carry you.
Aw. Carry you across the
Um,
threshold.
I'm a couple steps away from being a quadriplegic, so you're gonna have string material.
Up ahead, you see that the cave diverges into two paths. To the left side, you see a sagging bridge held together with frayed ropes and wooden planks. And it drops, and it goes back into this kind of... it's a cave. There's a little bit of outside air coming in from the top. You recognize this area as the violently surging water down below, about 30-foot drop, crashing against the walls. And you all saw this from two different sides before. A, from that window in the crab basin pool, and B, from the balcony of the throne room. This is that bridge that leads across.
Yeah.
On the
Michael
east,
back.
on the east side, you see a narrow, winding tunnel, and periodically you see waves surging into the tunnel, kind of crashing along it, partially flooding it, and then receding violently back through these large holes all along the wall, about humanoid-sized holes.
Hmm.
Does Gillian hear her monkey telling her which way to go?
Yeah, the monkey definitely would explain to her, and she would explain to you all that he gestures, he just keeps gesturing towards the north, and says like he can feel her presence up there.
Well, both tunnels go north here.
Yep, he doesn't seem to have any
Left or right?
preference of which way to go.
We go across the bridge, it's gonna fall apart underneath us. We all know that.
Probably. What?
No way Eric would let us cross that bridge without it falling apart.
What?
You
Just a
can't
rickety
walk.
bridge.
So I guess we're going in the cave.
To the cave.
To the caves. Alright, you all enter through the caves, the winding small tunnels on the right side, and right here, the water surges into the cave, threatening to bash you all, and actually threatens to drag you out of the holes. I need everyone to give me a strength saving throw.
Could I, as the water is coming in, just step on top of it? I don't need it
I will give you advantage on this save as you attempt to ride the waves from the top, but it's still knocking around pretty violently. Woo! Look at that advantage.
Yeah.
I need to roll for Gillian, don't I? Ooh, her strength save is not good. Yeah, I rolled pretty well. Kaless is the only one. Kaless, as the water surges in, you get caught in the waves and pulled down into the tunnel. You take... give me a 2d4. You take 7 damage as you are bashed in what ends up being kind of a little natural cave water slide through the caves, and you pop out into this surging field of water into the sea cave on the other side, right next to these holes.
Okay.
Give me a strength saving throw as you attempt to hang on. What do the rest of you guys react to also when this happens? The water recedes, all of you stay in there, you look around and Kaless is not with you.
Did she go invisible?
Yeah, she's gone.
She must be stealthing.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Like the holes, and she's gone into them. I don't want to go into these holes.
Kaless, you avoid being slammed against the walls, and you look at the timing, and you feel like with the right dexterity, you think you might be able to ride the waves back up into the tunnel. It would still do the same damage, but you would at least get back up to where you were rather than in this giant watery cave area.
Well, I don't really have any other choice, so I guess that's what we're doing.
Give me a dexterity check, please. Nice. So you time it, and you are able to ride the waves back up, all of you. So the waves are coming in. Do you guys want to try to jump into the next cave before it, or do you want to hang around for Kaless?
Nope. Walking through.
Yeah, I'm not what's happening on her side, so I'm just going.
Alright, wait at the entrance, and I'll get to the next room for a second. So Kaless, you take another 2d4, and you reach the tunnel kind of behind everybody. Rising up from the floor of this damp, dark cave is a grotesque 10-foot tall statue of a sea monster with glistening eyes and tentacles. A raised stone basin, its base carved to resemble a surging wave, stands nearby. Clinging to the top of the statue is a humanoid figure shrouded in a cloak, though you spot several tentacles protruding outward, holding on to the statue. And the cloaked figure says, "The sister returns. We have waited so long. We did everything the mistress asked, sacrificed everything, and still it wasn't enough. One loose end remained, the one who got away. The mistress does not abide failure, and I will not fail." And everybody give me some initiative, please.
Is this the girlfriend?
This appears to be her, yeah, as the monkey would telepathically tell Gillian, and she can tell all of you. This is the what the priestess has been turned into. Look at those initiative rolls. My goodness.
We're ready.
Yeah, no joke. Wow. Ah, Gillian is first. I have no idea what. She would probably start blowing through spells. She could cast a shatter. I don't know what any of her new bagpipe stuff is because we didn't put any of that thing in yet. Yeah, what do we think? Like a shatter? I don't know. Enhance ability.
Shatter work.
Verify.
Yeah,
Shatter. She can cast a level 3.
Or Fairy Fire might actually be
Well,
good.
use her brother's advantage thing, and she can do it at the higher level.
That's true. If she did that, she could cast Shatter at level 4.
Which is what kind of damage?
Shatter does 3d8 plus another 1d8 for every spell slot above. So at 4th, it would be a 5d8.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
sure.
Yep.
So we'll Gillian with the
Yep,
bagpipes
calling
of
on the
shatter.
spirit brother. So that
Monkey
is
Spirit Brother.
24 with a DC 14 con saving throw. For, I guess, half damage? Remember how.
I think half.
Does make the save. I think it's half. So
Now, I think Shatter does damage to like objects too, doesn't it? And you said this lady is on top of.
yes.
So might that Shatter actually hurt the stick form?
Yeah, you think you see like one of the like tendrils like crumble and like destroy and just go and it shakes a little bit. So 12 damage. Oops, I forgot to roll. All right, Theron.
Squeeze through here.
Pardon me.
Away, people.
Run up over there.
As you approach,
Yeah.
she hisses out some strange words as a reaction, and you see one of these stone tentacles animate and attempt to lash out and grab you.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled bad. Although you're a bear, I can hit you.
Yeah.
Alright, so it does 14 damage, which I think kicks you out of bear form, and you are grappled and restrained by a stone tentacle.
Okay.
You do still have your action available. It is your turn. But you are now... you can either escape as an action, or obviously cast a spell, or do something else.
For my bonus action, I'll turn back into a bear.
Alright.
And I'll try to escape.
Okay. Strength check. I don't know if... Does restrain give disadvantage?
Restrained.
No, it's just attack rolls and dexterity saving throws. You roll, yeah, so you are still in the clutches of this stone tentacle from the statue. So that was action, bonus action, right? No, that was bonus action. Oh yeah, action, you try to escape. Okay. Coalesce. And yes, I will start the battle music for you.
Alright, so... Is a free action. Guess I'll drink one of my own healing potions. Yay.
Oh, jeez. That one was like, that one was a little sour.
Nice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In my bonus action, I will dash. That'll work. Even though she goes next. But she hasn't had a turn yet, so...
That is true.
Yeah.
14 will hit, and she apparently can only do the tentacle thing one. That was her reaction, so you're able to skirt along.
It actually hit her?
14, yeah, does hit her.
Okay, well, that's interesting then. Let's roll that damage twice.
She was a priestess. Now you're not sure what she is. She's got some kind of tentacles coming out.
17 plus 6 plus 1, so another 7. So 24.
Wow. Alright, she reels backwards from that assault.
I technically still have 10 feet of movement left from my dash. But
It probably took that much, because she's atop this giant, what did I say, 10-foot tall statue or something? So you probably needed some of that to go vertical.
okay, that's fine.
George, I think I recall you having a 14 dex, so I believe you go next.
Oh, wait, I have my offhand.
Oh, yeah. Wait, so you didn't dash?
Oh, yeah, I did. Never mind.
Okay. George.
Can I like run and climb vertically at the same time? Like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30?
Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to flank her from there because she's kind of, it's hard to do elevation roll 20, but she's like above there at that point. You'd be hacking like the back of a statue. You've got this square area that's one square to the right of her and one square to the rest of Kaless, and this is a flying trident that seems to be floating around her.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
Is it within grabbing distance? Could I just grab it?
It doesn't appear like you can actually interact with it back. It's just a floating magical weapon from her flying around.
What is her token? I'm just seeing a black splotch.
It's kind of similar to a black splotch. It's a black, like, cloaked figure.
Oh, it's a cloak. Okay. I just couldn't make it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
23 will hit. 8. 25 will hit. For 9. Good lord. As long as George isn't fighting Chul, he's alright.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Okay. On her turn, she will yell out with the voice of the goddess, calling upon the power. She screams to the sky, and everybody within 100 feet must make a charisma saving throw.
Boy.
Or be frightened. Never see charisma.
Yeah, I assume we're all within.
Yeah. This is Gillian's. Gillian makes it. She's got a charisma.
DC 15. Jesus.
Needs I guess I need to do George. George makes it. Alright, Kaless, Mannix, and Theron are frightened, but that is one of those conditions that you can try to end at the end of your turns. And then as a bonus action, she moves this trident around and attempts to stab at George with it. Ugh. Terrible, terrible hit. And then out of this basin begins to bubble. She calls out, "To me!" And you see a another lobster claw its way out of that pool of water. That's all it does in its turn. Mr. Mannix.
Oh. I don't think I have anything left.
I remind myself what frightened even does.
It's what you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls within line of sight, and you can't willingly move closer to the.
Okay.
Well, I will just take a crossbow attack on her then, I suppose. Since I am afraid of her. Does 11 hit?
Does not.
Lady?
You see her actually pull up this like what is it? This device on her arm, and it materializes into this watery shield, and she holds that out and it deflects the bolt.
Oh boy. Okay. Then I will take a few steps back, go behind this little, and I'm to stealth. Just hide back in the rocks as if I don't. Which probably
That's
do.
not gonna be good enough, no. Gillian, we're gonna keep things moving, so Gillian's gonna have a crossbow attack. And is going to hit for 8 damage, Mr. Theron-Bear.
Oh, do I get to reroll my check?
Yes, your fear.
Yeah. Roll that.
Charisma saving throw.
Nope.
Nothing doing.
I guess let's try to undo the fear.
Boy,
Very afeared.
we cannot get out of the field.
So afeared. You still have an action. You can try to escape from the. Or you just not want to do anything?
I didn't know I could still do that. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a strength. Yeah, it's a strength check. 14 is the number. That is not the number. Bear is roaring furiously, trapped in a stone tentacle. Kaless, you're frightened, but in her face, which is not how she wanted you to be.
So it's just disadvantage?
It is disadvantage.
So if I move here, I'm not moving closer, I'm just repositioning around.
That is true.
Right?
I think you're
Okay.
yeah, you're already pretty close.
So with flanking, that would then offset the disadvantage to just the normal attack.
Hmm. $13 will hit.
$21.
Dear Lord. Kaless, how would you like to drive your sword through her cloaked body?
Oh boy,
Yep.
okay. She didn't
Just
have a lot
like
of health.
that.
No. You guys did a lot of damage to her.
So the fear goes away when she dies, right?
I think
Since the
actually
source of our fear is now gone.
Well, it can still be there, but it doesn't because the negative effects only happen while she's in.
Yeah, you can't move close to the source of the fear, and that was the source of the fear.
So
Okay.
with her gone,
Yeah.
it's like it's still there, but it doesn't.
Okay. Well, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. George, all that you see is one of those lobster folk has risen from the pool of water.
I'm still pretty traumatized from last time.
Understandable.
Yeah, lobsters.
Can I tell how she controlled this tentacle? Is she wearing a crown, a hat?
You feel like it was just some sort of connection she had with her goddess. It didn't seem to
Oh,
have
goddess.
anything.
Allow me to move this tentacle.
You can
And
free Theron with a strength check of your own.
Yeah, and then what?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the player.
Does this lobster still look angry?
It does.
I don't see anything I can do in here. I can't push him back in the water, can I?
Probably not.
Darren, if I free you, will you attack that lobster?
Theron.
I have that ability, yes.
Am I rolling a strength saving throw?
Strength check.
Strength check. George musters up all his strength.
That will do it. You
Just
pry open that stone tentacle. The bear's freed.
Go wild.
Be the bear you were born to be.
That's right. Priestess is gone, but you feel like the whole place like shake a little bit. The lobster folk shitters wildly and scrambles up to here, tries to grab
Oh,
both
bitch.
Celeste and George. I didn't say you couldn't move. Let's do Celeste first.
Nope.
Oh, George. There we go. Jules love George's. Grabs George for 11 damage, pulls him close for some tentacle kisses. Tentacle kisses. You parry a pincher to reduce some damage. But I also need a con saving throw, please. And then it's Mannix's turn.
There it is again.
All right. You're now like addicted to this thing. You like get that euphoric feeling course through your body. You practically pucker up for that loving kiss that just jolts you to the inside. Mr. Mannix, you see the priestess has fallen. The walls shake a little bit. You feel the magic start to change around you, but that beast is still tearing up at your friends.
Alright, I'm hoping that with Priestess dead, no one who's alive knows that I should hide now. My bonus is. So I'm going to attempt that again.
I will allow it. That is good
16.
enough. Yep.
Alright. And then he will pop from and take a shot at Flop. Well, 13 hits?
No, sir.
Anything.
No,
Dear Lord.
sir. You don't seem to like hitting these lobster guys either.
No.
Gillian shooting some crossbow action. She probably has bardic inspiration she could spend on people. Let's Who do we want to give bardic inspiration to?
Theron, because he's next.
All right,
Yeah.
she's gonna give it to Theron, and then she will shoot her crossbow ineffectively. Theron. The lobster folk
Do I
are
have
real bosses.
advantage?
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
19 will hit. 15 will not. 9 clawing.
Well, you the 15, you could use your bardic inspiration. I bet.
That's
you're
true.
Close.
What is that?
What was the number? D6.
Die becomes
I
a
forget what
D8 at 5th level. It's a 1D8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, confusingly, it's different than the Song of Rest. I don't know why.
So now it's a 22.
22 will certainly hit for the claws. Another 11.
Yeah.
Alright, Kaless.
Okay.
Uh, 14 does not. 18 does.
15 damage.
That's sneak attack.
Yeah, means everything. Get a little more wounded there. George, you are in Happy Town over there.
What is all those? You got a lot of symbols on it.
It does have a lot of symbols coursing through his
Grappled,
veins.
poisoned, and paralyzed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
I need a
George is just sitting there licking frogs.
repeat con saving throw, and you technically have disadvantage. We forgot this last time. You have disadvantage because you are poisoned. That is a nasty effect. Look at that! A 25 with disadvantage.
Wow.
You break out of the poison
That's crazy.
and paralysis. At the end of your turn, you are still grappled at the moment.
I ate your kin. I will eat you.
Taste for lobs.
The Chul takes you and throws you against the wall.
Oh.
For 1d, go ahead and roll a 1d6. And then for its other pincer, it will attempt to attack Kaless.
Nope.
Oh, 17's not good enough. Mr. Mannix.
Alright, Max is pressing himself again, trying to hide this creature. He's just whispering to himself, it's gonna work this time.
It does seem pretty preoccupied.
Like a crazy person.
16 will be good enough.
Okay. I will pop out,
Seems barely aware of
attempt
you.
to aim. Yeah, attempt to aim my hand crossbow. Fuck me! Hit first. Shit.
Got the stank on you.
Well, I mean, I've really got like a fucked up leg. So
Yeah.
I'm just, he's
Off balance. Yep. Just leaning
Alright,
against there,
back
just
into the-
blood curl. You're just fucking John McClane at the end of Die Hard now. Just blood everywhere.
Back into the tunnel.
Yep,
with me.
back into the tunnel. Gillian can give one last bardic inspiration to someone. Otherwise, fire her
Give
hand.
it to Theron again. He's about to go again.
Okay. She'll do 4 damage and give Theron a bardic inspiration. Mr. Theron.
Item?
15 will not quite hit, but you do have inspiration. 16 will hit.
Alright.
Yep.
Use the inspiration, which I assume will give me at least a 1.
I'm thinking you are correct. For 16, that thing is looking pretty fucked up now. As the whole area begins to shake more violently. Glass.
Finally. Jesus.
Yeah. You can really feel it in the damage for output if you don't hit.
Right.
For another 17. It's looking real bad. 26. Here come the numbers. One more.
little
Uno
tap.
más. I don't think it's currently grappling anybody, right?
Oh,
I think I hit with any of my attacks. Is it through George? George.
Was I thrown prone?
Yes. Hurled you off of this 10-foot tall statue onto the ground, and hence you took damage and fell.
I stand up. 5, 10, 15. I approach the lobster once again.
Beg for more.
Beg for the kiss. 23 will hit. For 5? Don't you have a sneak attack? 10 will not hit. Precision maneuver. You need a pretty good one here. 14 does not.
That's it.
Alright, the beast will attempt to grab Kaless first. No
Nope.
dice. Attempts to grab George again. You know this is happening. Oh no, it chokes! Super choke job. Last 2 turns
around.
now were a choke job. It feels its powers waning and deteriorating. Mannix.
Let's try again. Definition of
I believe in you. You're wasting all your good rolls on these stealth checks.
I really am. All right, hand crossbow.
There you go. Give it to me. All right.
12 damage.
All
I
of
did
these
something
missed
in this
shots,
fight.
and then Mannix
Something.
almost accidentally hits it right in the back of the head, and its head snaps forward and it falls sliding down off of this statue. You all feel this oppressive gloom from the area dissipate, and you can just somehow feel this like odd malaise and stifling air you felt the whole time. Gillian would hear the whispering. All of that begins to cease, and you start feeling cool, fresh air once again. And you hear the crooning cry as from outside, and that CK from up high. You can even see some of the spirits from this area getting sucked up, but instead of going being dispersed outward, they're literally getting sucked out into something.
Giving them more undead army.
Yeah. But this area is now clean. You have cleansed it. The only thing you find on her is that nifty water shield she was using. You do find that, and I'll just go ahead and we're going to hand wave you as you all get out of here. I'm not going to make you go through all the traps and shit again.
We avoid all the
That's just a
traps.
pain in the ass, yeah.
We pass the necklace back and forth. We do all the things.
Yeah, you do all the things. Yeah, you can make it out. That is an animated shield. It requires attunement, but while holding this shield, or is it holding it? I would say you could like wear it on your wrist or something, 'cause that's kind of the point of it. As a bonus action, you can speak its. Oh, I guess you can just turn it on. Okay. So, while holding the shield, you can speak its command word as a bonus action to cause it to animate. The shield leaps into the air and hovers in your space to protect you as if you were wielding it, leaving your hands free. The shield remains animated for a minute until you use a bonus action to end the effect. So essentially, you can summon up a shield, which just has the shield effect, which gives you +2 armor class. And it lasts for a minute as a bonus action, but once you turn it on, it's up there for a minute.
Okay.
As an animated shield, requires attunement. Does not
Probably one of
require
our
shield proficiency.
frontline guys.
Oh, you mean me?
Well, you're can't use it, right?
I already have a shield.
Mm.
Oh,
So one of our backline guys could use it. The rest of the party. One
You
of our rogues.
you could technically use it because you could. I guess if you used it before you shifted, it would remain there for you because it lasts for a minute. You don't have to hold it, right? Because I don't think you get the benefits of your shield when you wild shape.
No.
So technically, you would gain like a shield for your wild shape form, if I'm understanding it correctly.
That would be pretty cool.
that'd be cool.
The shield leaps into the air and hovers in your space to protect you as if you were wielding it, leaving your hands free.
So it's a giant bear with the water shield floating around.
Floating
it.
around it, yeah.
Oh, could you become a giant hedgehog? Because with the
Like
water
Sonic?
shield
Like-
around you, you would now be Sonic.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, you take it. The wild more AC.
Okay.
Yeah. So the only stipulation is you would have to, I guess, summon it while you're able to hold it. So before you would wild shape, you summon it, and it can last for a minute.
Is that once per day or how?
No, it just keeps lasting, but it just lasts for a minute, and you would have to re-summon it. So you'd have to be. It lasts for a minute, but if you're still in wild shape form, then it would go away until you would go back into your dwarf form and then resummon it. So it's a bit of a upkeep to do it, but it is not limited.
Okay.
It just takes a bonus action, and you do have to wield it to actually summon the shield. Once it's summoned, then you can do whatever you want for that minute, including wild shaping and going ham.
Cool.
So when you leave this area, you see the general evilness leave. Gillian's brother is very saddened about the loss of the High Priestess, but ultimately decides this is the best course of action. And obviously he's happy to leave this place behind, even if it is in the body of a flying monkey. So you all officially leave this place behind. Gillian feels much more satisfied about where she is in the story, although also now she has a personal connection to destroying the Soulmonger, because that would then allow her brother's spirit to rest. Unless he likes being a monkey. I don't know.
Honestly, I think Gillian is half brother.
Yeah, probably likes having the brother monkey around. That's probably true. Alright, that is all the time we have for this week's Tomb
Hold
of
on,
Oh,
before you go, I want to put the record because I'm reading this right now.
okay.
Linger in the house rules. It
Yes.
says two things. It's
Yes.
all greater restoration. Healing spells can remove multiple. I don't know if we've been doing that. I don't remember if we have or not. But the other thing, though, the more important, if proficient in the medicine skill,
Yes.
one can attempt a DC 20 once per day to heal a PC's injury.
This is true. It does require a healer's kit and expends one use regardless of success.
Okay.
I have a healer's kit. So
Yes.
if
I was
someone
gonna say,
is-
I feel like we have not been. I need.
Yeah. I don't think you had any healer's kits, but I believe Kaless has 2 now from that dungeon.
Okay.
I do have to.
So think of the healer's kits as attempts to cure lingering injuries, which is pretty big.
Okay. Good. Okay. Well, somebody's got to be proficient in medicine too. I don't know if any of us are, but
That's true.
we'll figure that out later.
Surely the druid has... yeah, druid's got a +7. Theron's your best shot.
Druid. Theron. Help me, my leg's broken.
You get back on the ship.
That's all.
Yeah, we'll do that for next time. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to our wonderful fans for watching. Go to roguewatson.com for recaps. Patreon.com/roguewatson if you would like to support the channel. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week, although we will be looking into some reschedules and possibly some one-shots or something in the next 2 weeks.
Next couple weeks is going to be weird.
Yeah, next couple weeks will be a little weird, but I'll let everybody know ahead of time. Stay tuned to the Discord chats, and yeah, I'll give everybody a heads up on that. But we will see you next time when we see you. Chris, you gotta do your bye thing. It's gonna freak everybody out.
Oh, bye.
There you go. Thank you. Now we can.
Don't do it every time.
It needs to be done every time. I can't even leave without you doing it.